Welcome to Quick Bites. SimTheWorld here, making 5-star dishes in Cooking Simulator. Today, we're jumping back to the Food Network DLC with the Sausage and Egg Muffin. I almost said McMuffin. I'm so used to saying that. I don't even know if people serve, sausage and egg muffins, if it's just McDonald's at this point. But with that, we're going to work our way down and try to see if we can't get 5 stars on this dish. So to start, we're going to take our sausage, we're going to season it with 5 grams of salt and pepper, and throw that on the grill. There's the salt, there's the pepper, and let's get that over to the grill. I'm assuming it's this grill, not the flat top. Every time I've used the flat top for things, I have issues. Sometimes I get points deducted, sometimes it's just really strange and does weird things. It doesn't say anything about flipping it either, so we're going to do this all at once when we're ready to go. I just want to make sure everything's ready. And with that, we need to get both the top and bottom muffin on the baking tray and in the oven. That goes for 60 seconds. Again, we're going to do this all at once. Then we need to fry up an egg. We'll crack it and get that put in the pan. It doesn't need any oil or anything like that. It'll be good like that. Once again, we're going to wait because we need to cut the cheese. We need 20 grams of cheese. So typically how I cut this is I'll try to line up, a portion at the back end and get a good cut there. Which obviously that was only 11 grams. What is down here? Oh, the eggshells. I was like, was that a mushroom from another episode? Was that just hiding? But since obviously this cheese doesn't really, it's not really the size of what you'd want. Like, I'd want a big piece of cheese on my sandwich, not just a thick piece. I try to slice it long ways. That is a 60-gram piece, but if we go ahead and cut that again, we can kind of line up something square that is closer to 20 grams. Do something like that. That's 16, that's 45. You can be as anal or as not as you want to be. Since I like to do this for, the episodes, I try to make this look as nice as I can. Let's see, that's 25. Let's see if I can't slice. Yeah, it's not going to let me slice 5 grams off. We will do... What is this? Yeah, we're gonna do the 25, see if it gives me an issue. If it does, we'll come back and do it again. Get rid of that. All right. So we have our cheese. It's a little more than we need, but that's all right. Who doesn't want a little more cheese on their sausage egg muffin? Let's start cooking. So, first thing we want to do is get the sausage going. That's 80 seconds. I'm just going to let that go until it's done. This is 60 seconds to warm those up. This fries for 35. So the egg, I'm assuming, will go quickly. Once these are done, we'll then assemble and serve. All right, this egg is done. I'm cutting the heat. Check out our muffin. It's still got a little ways to go. Those are looking good. And it is done now, so I'll cut the heat. And that means our sausage should be done. Yeah, again, it doesn't say anything about flipping, so I'm assuming this will finish cooking how it is. Certainly looks like it needs to be flipped. This says to grill for 80 seconds, which we did. Well, we'll give this a shot. So a helpful tip when you're doing any sort of these sandwiches, come over to your box. Under utensils, you will find skewers. Medium skewer works very well for these. So we're going to start off with the muffin, then the sausage, cheese, egg, and we'll put the top bun on. So there's the bottom. I don't think it actually does look like the top, doesn't it? I don't think there's top or bottom to these. They're just muffins. Let's get the sausage, which does not look cooked at all. I really think we should have flipped that. But we followed the directions. And finally, the top piece. Oh, this looks so terrible. But we followed the directions, right, folks? That we did. So let's see if we get 5 stars or if we should flip that. And away it goes. Let's see. Guest complaints, sausage and egg, heating mistakes, and wrong amount of product. So in this case, it does appear that we should have flipped it. Let's go back through and see if we can't do that right. Alright, so we're back here. I've got the egg frying, I've got the English muffin baking. The last thing we'll do is cook the sausage and see if we can't get that cooked correctly. I also cut the right amount of cheese, so that should be ready to go too. And I will grab our skewer so we're ready to go when it's time to assemble. That way we can assemble it quickly. A square plate will be fine. The English muffin is almost done. Let this go and perfect. So cooking the sausage, we will let it cook halfway and then we'll flip. That seems like the right answer. We'll find out if it works. Like, this is where it gets interesting. This is why we test. This is why we go through. Make sure, because sometimes the game doesn't spell it out correctly. Like it says just to grill for 80 seconds. That doesn't cook both sides. The photo looked terrible. And we knew something was wrong. So let's try flipping it now. Looks a little dark on that side. Yeah, so we'll let this finish on this side. We'll let the bar go all the way. And then assemble. Alright. So I found it looks like to fully cook this, it takes 80 seconds a side. It is not just 80 seconds flipped either way. I had to flip it back when it was finished done cooking on the one side. So now it looks like a sausage muffin. Now the sausage looks fully cooked as well. Let's see if this works. And away it goes. This time we get our 5 stars. So isn't this interesting? No complaints, perfect technique. This goes to show this is why we test. Because we followed the directions as it stated, 80 seconds cook grilling it. But in fact, we needed to do it 80 seconds on each side. So this is why we test. This is why we go through this. Make sure it's easy for you guys so you don't get frustrated and give up with the game. But with that, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.